I think what,
Wait.
okay, I think what you should do is you should do like a reverse, you know?
Every
You know
time
how
I hit the
you know
record
how
button.
yeah. Like right as you hit it, after you hit it, you should do it like this, and that's how it should start, you know?
Okay, well, we've been recording
Oh, well, do it now.
as of 30 seconds ago.
Oh, Megan, you're so
Oh,
late. Do it now.
Megan.
Do it now. It's a tradition. We talked about this. Oh, Megan, that is not. Okay, that's close enough.
Hey, I can do it however I want.
You're an independent woman, Megan. I respect your choices, kind of.
Thank you.
Hello, welcome. This is the Rained Up Podcast. As always, I am Matthew.
And I'm Megan.
And I am Kylan.
Megan sounds so frustrated.
Oh, it's your fault if I'm frustrated.
And this week's topic is made up diets. And so what we did is, I think we all made up like around 8-ish diets and sent them to me, and I made a list. And how we're gonna do it is, did we decide whether we're gonna rate it based off of whether it would become a trend or whether we would do this diet?
I want to talk about trendiness. I
Okay.
think trendiness, because me, it's just me, right? We could rank me however, whatever, it doesn't matter. But trendiness, that applies to everybody.
But we will all be giving it different ratings because that is how I drew it, and I am not changing it out. But we've done something similar. I don't know if this was our first one. No, our first one was the name of the podcast. Maybe it was the second one, but we did like a bracket of difficulty of different diets, but those weren't all made up. Some of those are real, like veganism and stuff like that. Vegan cannibal. I don't think any of us actually included that one on this list, but
I think we all forgot about vegan cannibals.
I forgot about it
Yeah.
too.
Honestly,
It's fine.
I forgot
It's
that we did a
fine.
podcast like that.
I literally did too.
I was just like, wait, what are you talking about?
Still, I was like writing them all down, and I was like, okay, these are familiar. These sound familiar. Like we've done this before.
It's funny because like I listened back to all the ones that like come out. I listened to them, and I literally forgot that this ever happened. But I think that I listened to it like probably a month ago, and I mean like a month in time in 2020 is like literally 30 years.
Yeah.
I knew it.
It's like it's Dwayne the Hawk Johnson all over again, which I'm sure is a story we've told on the podcast before. The Wasian twins from The Shining.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Never watched that movie.
That's a great movie. You should watch it. I love it.
Maybe if it changes genres.
Yeah.
It's a very good movie. You should watch it. Megan, I think you'd be fine.
See, I respect that it's a good movie, probably, or like it's like well made, probably. But I do not think I will like it. Like most Oscar-winning movies, I think most of them would probably bore me a lot. No offense to all of the Oscar-winning movies, but I think most of them look very boring.
I mean,
but I don't deny that they're probably good movies.
It's just funny because I feel like you have such low standards for movies in general that I'm surprised that you're like, I don't think I'd like it. But like the horror movies, I understand. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's fair.
It's all
You'll watch the B movie until you break the DVD, but
Yeah, I feel like it has to be entertaining for Matthew.
It's
So,
gotta be like really
they are entertaining. They're just entertaining. No, they are entertaining. They're just entertaining in a very different way. You know?
Okay, fair enough.
I think for me, it's got to be fast-paced, and it's also got to be like lighthearted to a point.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like you always like the lighthearted movies,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I was very surprised that you liked Die Hard when we watched it.
Oh, I did like that movie. I think it's because it was kind of funny.
Yeah, that's true. It is kind of funny.
It wasn't all
Yeah.
action. It was like some comedy.
Yeah.
I liked it.
True, true.
I don't really remember that movie. I just remember Kylan said it was a Christmas movie, and I believe it.
It is a Christmas movie. It's a great Christmas movie. One of the best Christmas movies. Yeah.
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 What is my favorite Christmas movie?
A B movie.
Oh.
No, it doesn't count.
Does Harry Potter count? Because like in all of
Yeah.
them, they have
I mean, I
Christmas.
guess.
My family knows somebody who literally watches all of the Harry Potter movies through around like the holidays every year.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
that's cute. Maybe they did that. because that was like a thing on like the ABC Family. They would show them all around Christmas time.
Yeah, same for like Sound of Music. Sound of Music was always part of like the ABC's 25 Days of Christmas, and they'd show one movie a night. And I kind of never understood why, because I don't know why that's a Christmas movie.
I've never seen it.
I haven't
don't-
either.
I know it's about like, is that the one where she's a spoonful of sugar?
No, that's Mary
Mary
Poppins.
Poppins.
No, this one is the one where she's a nun, and they're in like Austria, I think. And they're like, oh, how do we solve a problem like Maria? Oh, I know. We send her off to like live with this hot guy and his 7 kids, and he's single, and I'm sure this will work out fine. And so she goes to like take care of the kids, and like spoiler alert for this movie, they like totally fall in love.
I didn't see that coming.
And then they have to escape the Nazis, and that's the movie.
For some reason, I kind of remember like them trying to escape the Nazis in Mary Poppins for some reason. Like that's how I remember Mary Poppins.
There were no Nazis in Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I haven't watched Mary Poppins since I was like 5. So
Maybe you did see Sound of Music, and you've just conflated them in your mind as like
Yeah.
the
same actress, right? They're both Julie Andrews, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I mean,
Yeah,
it's definitely
okay.
Sound of Music.
I just put it in my head as old movie number 1 and 2. And
Yeah.
speaking of that, let's go to diets.
Speaking of that, what are we drinking?
Yeah.
I'm drinking
Oh.
rosé. Chronic Cellars. Great local brand.
Wow.
Rosé all day.
Fancy.
Okay, I'm drinking lemon liqueur. Actually, no, I just finished it. That's a lot. I have water.
I am drinking an alcoholic beverage, wine.
Wait,
I don't
you
know
guys are
what.
both alcohol
Do you know
people?
anything?
Not?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about it?
I think
what
it's
type?
a blend. I think my uncle
red
from
blend?
Canada bought it.
Oh, is it Canadian alcohol? Is it Canadian? Just
No,
they grow
he bought
wine
it
in Canada?
he bought it from America, and that's why it's in this house, because he shipped it to my
Ah.
grandma's house and he never picked it up. So we've been drinking his wine.
Wait, so did you buy it in America, take it to Canada, and then ship it to America?
I don't know what his idea was, but he sent it here.
It sounds like
From
he.
Canada?
I don't know. He just bought it. He bought it from here. He bought it from here, like online. He bought it from here and had it shipped to this house.
Oh,
And
I
I
see.
think he was gonna come over here and get it.
But
but,
now
like,
he can't.
Well, I think he just decided not to, and he's just like, you guys can drink it.
Fair.
Speaking of which, let's go with a related diet, the liquid diet. Kylan wrote this. Explain.
Yeah, so this diet is basically kind of like a juice cleanse if you still want food. So it's like you get to drink anything that's liquid. So you could drink a water, you could drink juices, you could drink smoothies, you could put a burger in the blender with some water, and that's a liquid. So literally, like, you can blend up anything, and as long as it's a liquid, you can have it, and that's your food.
Liquid pizza.
That sounds so
Liquid
nasty.
things.
Yeah.
You don't remove the bones. It's like Jello.
As long as the bones are emulsified enough to be
Yeah.
considered a liquid
Yeah.
and hold the shape of their container and not their own shape, I consider that a liquid.
Is this
I
like
agree.
smoothie liquid or like
Yeah,
juice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
liquid.
Okay.
Not like it has to be like watery consistency.
Right.
That'd be
Okay.
gross.
Exactly. Yeah, as long as it's liquid enough to hold the shape of its container, and like if you spilled it, it would spill out on the ground all flat, like, it's fine.
Not Jello.
Not Jello. Yeah, exactly. What do you guys think? Do you think this could be trendy? I feel like this could be trendy.
I feel like it
Okay, so
could.
for my personal rating, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little bit of like, okay, will it be trendy in the media? And also, would I participate? Because I'm all about weird food diets. I'm all about the weird diets. I want to be a part of them for at least a little bit, just to see what it's about. For this one, it sounds horrible, but I think I would want to try it. So it's like a 50. Nope, 74.
Oh my gosh. I feel like
From 0 to 100.
I've never heard of you going on a diet before. Other than like
I have not really, but
You
I mean,
just
I'm a vegan. but,
you
like,
just
that's
say that you are, and
Yeah.
even though it doesn't match up
Say
technically.
so. If you say so. I'd like to say I'm a flexitarian personally, but you know.
Oh my gosh.
What are you guys' thoughts?
Honestly, this sounds like one of those things where it would gain traction just because, like, I don't know, the whole liquid diet thing. Didn't that gain traction a bit? And, like,
Juice
the
cleanse?
juice cleanse, yeah,
Juice
whatever.
cleanse.
That's a really big thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so true. I guess that
Yeah.
would abide by the liquid diet, actually.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's just a harder version of this.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, so maybe it would be, like, more popular. Although it sounds really nasty. I don't know if I could do that. Are we giving it numbers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
0 to 100.
Okay,
0,
okay.
you're like, never gonna happen. 100, you're like, it's already a thing.
Wait, I'm basing it on trendiness, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I know you...
Although, you can do like an individual-ish kind of rating
No,
of it,
I'll
too.
do trendiness. We'll give it like 80. I feel like this is something that a lot of people might end up doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is very trendy. Like, it goes along with the whole juice cleanse thing. Like, people love, like, a liquid diet. They think it's so cool. It's something that I would literally never do in my entire life. Like, I have to eat solid food. I've learned this about myself the hard way many times. Because I keep convincing myself that I can skip breakfast and just have coffee or a smoothie, and that is not a thing that I can do. Even a smoothie. I can't just have a smoothie. I have to have, like, solid food. And so, I think this is very trendy and like a 90. I give this like a full 90. I think this would like totally be a thing.
How I imagine they would market this is they'd be like, oh, this is so good for your small intestine.
Oh,
it passes
yeah.
through so easily. Think about how the jagged things cutting up your intestines. This is how I imagine like these fake scientists saying it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're all killing yourselves.
Yeah.
I feel like this is how we lose all of our teeth. Like 1,000 years from
True.
now.
We have an adaptation in the future.
I already have no wisdom teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already more evolved away from the wisdom teeth that we don't need.
Oh, that makes me think about it. I hate the liquid diet because that's basically what wisdom teeth really was afterwards, and I wanted to die. I basically did the liquid diet, and I felt like dying because I was making like dream lists of foods, like because I was like convinced I'm never gonna heal. Oh no, this is just my life from now on. Because it took like a week and a half for me to even like be close to eating remotely solid foods. So I was having like tomato soup every day and just like other liquids, and it was the worst thing. I used to like tomato soup, but now I hate tomato soup. It's really not for me anymore.
Yeah, I have to say, I literally don't have wisdom teeth in my face. Like, they aren't there. They're never going to be there. I have x-rays to, like, prove that they just don't exist. So I'm never going to have to get my teeth out. But Matthew got his wisdom teeth out, and literally it took him, like, a full month to, like, want to eat like a normal person again. But then Megan got her wisdom teeth out, and literally, like, within the week, she was, like, back at it with us eating, like, spicy, normal foods.
Well, yeah,
Megan
like...
and I are built different,
like,
and also I had a bad person doing my thing.
It took me 4 days. I remember I got pho with you guys, like, 4 days afterwards.
Literally, we ate the same thing. I ate it a week and a half later, and I was, like, the slowest person in the world, and I didn't finish. And Megan was, like, faster than me. Yeah.
That was a fun time. That was a fun time for us.
It was so bad.
I feel like I wanted to credit just me sleeping the entire time as to my fast recovery.
Megan.
Oh.
I did. I blame the dentist. The tooth surgeon. I guess he was like farther than a dentist because I had to be referred to him. But there was a child screaming in the room next to me, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, just ignore that." And I was like, "Okay."
That's so concerning.
Yeah.
That's like in a horror film.
Yeah. And they're like, "Okay, time to put you to sleep," and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "What am I gonna do?" Okay. Next, we have I'm gonna do another one in Kylan's. She just wrote the word cabbage. Explain.
Okay, I was thinking about it yesterday, and I was like, I feel like cabbage is one of the most versatile foods in existence, right? Because you could make it, like, you could have it in a salad, you could have it in a soup, you could, like, have it a million different ways. Not only that, but, like, I know because you could say that about a lot of vegetables, But most vegetables, other than maybe cucumbers, they don't have the international prowess that I feel like cabbage does, because like you have like staple foods of certain like people, like kimchi, right? Like that's cabbage. You have sauerkraut, like that's cabbage. Like cabbage ferments really well, it keeps pretty well. Like I feel like it just tastes good in everything. So I feel like you could have a diet that consists of just cabbage or foods that are primarily cabbage.
Okay. So, like, how much of the food could not be cabbage?
Like 10%.
Okay, so it's like a mainly cabbage dish. Like you're eating cabbage stew. You're like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory family. They're like, what do you have in a rocking cabbage stew?
They were doing this way before.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow, hipsters.
Yes. So yes, this is the cabbage.
Okay. Honestly, I could see people like saying, "Oh yeah, this is healthy. Eat cabbage. They've been doing this for years." See that? They're gonna point to the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie, and they're gonna be like, "See historical evidence." And I agree. I think, although I don't think I would try this. I think this sounds horrible, mainly because cabbage is okay. Although, if you're talking about like, it can be the cabbage variants, like kimchi. I guess that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 82.
82, but Matthew's only eating kimchi. So.
I don't want anything else.
I did consider making it just the kimchi diet, but then I was like, but I still like sauerkraut also.
But like sauerkraut has to be the main thing, right?
Yeah.
So like,
a bucket of sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Next time you're here, I have to take you to this German restaurant, Megan, because literally I'll order like a hot dog, like not a hot dog, it's like a bratwurst on like a bun, and then it's covered in sauerkraut, and they're like, what do you want for your sides? Because you get two, and I was like, sauerkraut and sauerkraut, so I just have like a full plate of sauerkraut with a side of bratwurst, basically.
I don't think I've even ever had sauerkraut, but isn't it just like wasabi?
No, it's pickled cabbage.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Why do people say wasabi's like sauerkraut?
I have no idea. I don't think people say that.
No, it is, right? They just like grind it up or something like that, because we don't have actual wasabi here.
Yeah, because the real wasabi is a root.
No, wasabi is horseradish.
Oh,
horseradish.
I thought they were the same thing.
Oh,
wait, what is horseradish then?
I haven't had horseradish.
You have had horseradish because it's just fake wasabi, and you have that.
I have had it. Yeah. Okay, see, I thought horseradish and sauerkraut were the same thing.
Wait, I thought
those
so
are
too.
Very different. No, what? What?
I definitely use them interchangeably.
Yeah, no, those are two very different things. Horseradish. No, horseradish, like, I don't know if horseradish is German or not, but like it's basically a sauce, and you know that thing that like wasabi does in your nose, where it's like boom.
Yeah.
That's horseradish. That's horseradish's thing, and it goes very well on pork. Sauerkraut also goes very well with pork, I feel like. But sauerkraut is like very, like, imagine pickles, but instead of cucumbers, it's cabbage. So it has that more briny flavor.
Yeah. That
like salty briny flavor. It doesn't have any of the dill flavor, and it's not generally sweet. But yeah, I'm a big fan. Sauerkraut is delicious.
Christine, so what would you rate it? The cabbage diet.
If it were me, just based on the sauerkraut and kimchi alone, I'd be like, I would try that. 100% I would try eating just sauerkraut and kimchi for like a week. A day. But I think that, would it be trendy? I'm not entirely sure. I think that because it's 90% or more is cabbage, I think people would be like, I don't know. I want, like, you know, maybe cabbage is an element, but not 90%. So I feel like probably
if it's more than 10%, you will be judged and you'll be roasted on the internet.
Exactly. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, unless you want to be like canceled for not eating 90% or more of cabbage, I think this is probably going to be closer to like a 62.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I personally don't think I would try it. Just because, like, I'm not too big of a fan of cabbage. And, like, it depends on what kimchi. Like, I like my dad's kimchi, but, like, not really like other kimchi. But yeah, I'd give it like a 60 for trendiness, because I don't think people would want to do that.
Okay.
I kind of want to try it now.
Try all of these. There's 24 diets total. We could just have
24
a
days.
month. One day, one diet. Our stomachs are gonna be ruined if we do this all in a row, though.
I mean, I feel like
That's so true.
I feel like there's enough variety in the diets that we could probably spread them out and like or arrange them in a specific way that it's okay. But I feel like this would be a fun experiment for when I graduate.
Yeah. Tell me how it goes.
Yeah. No, you're part of it.
Megan. We're all doing it. What are you talking about?
No,
we're all in this together,
you
Megan.
You can't peer pressure me into doing this.
Yes,
we can.
Yeah. Obama said that.
Oh, yeah. Try me.
Okay. Next, we have the sticker diet. I wrote this one. So,
what?
You know how? Okay. Hear me out. Most of mine have very weird names, but it's not that weird. So you know the foods like apples and stuff that comes with stickers?
Yes.
So you can eat any food that has a sticker on it. It could be on the packaging as well, but it has to be like a sticker. It can't be like, oh, these are the nutrition facts, you know?
Oh, okay. So what about those ones that have like the stickers that you have to break in order to open the package?
That's fine.
I can still eat sauerkraut and kimchi. This is good.
Mm-hmm. But if it doesn't have a sticker, you can't eat it.
That's okay.
You can't even look at it. It doesn't exist to you. It's invisible in your eye.
Can you put your own sticker on it?
Yeah, this diet was created to support the sticker businesses in the world, and it really just wanted to promote stickers and the people that don't have enough stickers. That was the whole idea behind the diet.
I think this is very much something that you came up with, Matthew.
I did come up with it.
But unfortunately, I don't think that it would catch on as a trend.
Megan, why?
Because you're quirky, Matthew. You're not like other girls. Like.
Good point.
So like I'm gonna give this like a 30, and I don't really see people following it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see people following it either, just because I feel like it's pretty easy for people like to just like not, or to be like, oh well, it like has like a sticker, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's too easy to cheat on this diet. So I think that because of that, it's not as Instagrammable because it's not as provable. And so I think that this definitely hits it towards like a 38.
Okay. For me, what I'm feeling, it's like maybe like a 5, because I'm just thinking like, okay, the environmentalists, they're going after me. They're going after my brand, and then they're gonna cancel me. So I'm gonna be like, I didn't do it.
Oh yeah, I think it goes without saying that like probably don't try any of these diets for yourself.
Yeah.
No. I say try all of these diets.
Matthew, no.
Oh, I you wanna know what I say? I say consult a healthcare professional before starting any new diet or exercise routine.
Blindly go into it.
No, now
you are the all-knowing being.
No, now we have no accountability. Like,
yeah, now it's not a problem.
If we all say different things, maybe that means that we're joking. It's all jokes. We're joking. Yeah. Next up, we have insectitarian. Megan, you wrote this.
That one's mine. Basically, it's almost like you are vegan, but you eat insects.
So like pescatarian, but insect.
Yeah. So you can get like all of your protein and whatever from bugs, and that's how you do it.
I feel like this would be very trendy because there's all these people that are like, oh my gosh, there's so many bugs in the world. Down to eat them. They have a lot of protein. People in other countries have been doing it for years and years. I give it 99.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those things where like you know how essential oils got really trendy and like all these like random like holistic medicine things, and like I feel like we're ripe for the time when random people are going to be like, oh my gosh, I found this new thing and it's like, it's called Tiger Balm and it just works so well for me. And everyone is just like, literally, it's been around for like, you know, a million decades or whatever. And so I think this falls into that category of like people figuring out that you like can eat bugs and it's like okay, even though like maybe you probably shouldn't. But I feel like I agree with Matthew, and it's like it's probably gonna be trendy. So yeah, this like a 95 for sure. I could totally see this being a thing. Plus, then, like, you know, you get, like, farm fresh vegetables in a salad, and all of a sudden there's, like, a fly in your salad, and you're like, oh, no. But then you're like, oh, it's fine to eat bugs all the time. It adds the protein. It's okay.
They're going to be like, this is, like, ooh, I caught it myself. It's like the vegans who kill the animals, so they're like, I did it. It's
I
like
don't think vegans do that.
Oh, maybe this is just somebody I knew.
I think I'm going to go in the opposite direction as you guys. I'm going to go with 50%, because if we're talking about, like, people in America, like, taking up this trend, I feel like there's already a lot of stigma against eating bugs, because scientifically, they do have more protein, and we probably should be eating them instead of cow's beef, but it hasn't taken off, ever. So...
You see there's been backlash for this.
Yes, there has, because people don't want to eat bugs because they think it's like, I don't know.
But I feel like that's a PR issue and not like a actual problem.
Maybe.
Well,
that's why I'm giving it a 50, because like 50-50, you know?
Fair.
Maybe not.
I feel like if Kylie Jenner was like, oh, I love bugs, everyone would be like, oh my god, bugs, me too.
Okay, you know what? That is true.
That is a good point. Kylie Jenner would grow your hair and give you bigger lips. Everyone would be doing it.
Yeah, and I think that's true of basically anything that she does, so I think that that's not a very good argument for any of these, but like, also, I feel like bugs can catch on. More than like the sneaker diet.
The amount of influence Kylie Jenner has scares me, because I think she said like in an Instagram story, she's like, I don't really like Snapchat that much, and then their stock dropped like thousands and thousands and like
I remember that.
Like, how? The power she holds.
Yeah. Did she say this around the time that they updated the app?
I think so, because she was like, oh, I don't like the update or something.
Did they reverse it?
I don't know if they did. I think maybe they just did another update.
Okay.
Next up, now we're gonna go in reverse order. I have the BuzzFeed diet. Okay, so I wrote this one. Do you guys know the like BuzzFeed quizzes that are like, oh, what food am I?
Yes.
Like, what kind of bread am I? Or like, what kind of potato am I?
Mm-hmm.
So the only kinds of things you can eat are things from these quizzes that you get that you are. So if you take a quiz today on what kind of bread you are only ever allowed to eat that kind of bread ever in your life after that.
So instead of you are what you eat what you are.
Yeah, I got pumpkin bread. I don't think I'd be very happy, honestly. And I think for potato, I always like form of potato, and I think I got a hash brown. And I would also be unhappy about that because I want French fries. I'd be very mad. So I do not see myself partaking in this, but I see this being trendy because BuzzFeed. But also, BuzzFeed is lame now, I think, to people. Like, I think it's gone into the point where people don't like BuzzFeed anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I see this as a 50-50 in my mind.
Yeah, I'm the same way, because I feel like BuzzFeed could kick it off and be like, wow, we're doing this thing where, like, all we eat for a week is what our BuzzFeed quizzes are. Wow, cute.
Honestly, that probably is a video.
Right? I feel like that has to exist already. But I don't think it would catch on, really, just because I'm not really even in that much of the loop of the internet, but I have felt like people are kind of like, BuzzFeed, whatever. And then there was that time when, like, everyone left for some reason.
Yes, and they were all making the videos of, like, why I left.
Yeah. And so I feel like it's not really as much like in the zeitgeist as it once was. So yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna say this like a 51. Like it has more of a chance to be trendy than not trendy, but I don't think that has like
Not
that
super
good of a
high.
chance.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay, Megan, what do you think?
Yeah,
about
I mean,
it?
I'm gonna give it like a 40, just because like of all the controversy that like BuzzFeed has had, I feel like this would be made fun of a lot by
Oh,
people.
true.
So yeah, I don't think it's gonna catch on, but I do feel like that there are gonna be people who will like maybe partake in this. Just I
Mm-hmm.
don't think it will be a
Like
big
a
thing,
video.
and I think that they would get like I don't know, they would get flack for it.
They're gonna get canceled. Okay, next up we have Kylan wrote the word granola.
Yeah, any type of granola. Make your own granola. Buy granola from the store. As long as it's granola, you can eat it.
And that's it.
Only granola? Is that your only diet?
Yes, your diet
Oh,
is granola.
see, okay. In my mind, how I thought about this, I was like, okay, overnight oats, but I forgot that granola isn't overnight oats. Those are different, right?
I would argue that if you made overnight oats with granola, that it's just wet granola, and I feel like that
Okay,
counts.
Mm.
so no oats. No oats were involved in this.
No, you can add oats to granola. Like that's fine.
Oh wait, so you can add things?
Well, like you can make any granola you want, right? And so you could
Uh-huh.
have like a granola bar. You could have like granola over
Okay, this is
yogurt.
similar
You
to
could
the
have like
kale,
granola
or
in
no,
milk.
the cabbage one, where it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
except
it's gotta be the main component is
but
granola.
it doesn't necessarily have to be like the main component. It has to be like half or more, you know, like it's not 90%, it's like half. So you could have granola in milk and it's like cereal. Or you could have
Mm.
like granola on yogurt with maybe a little bit of fruit, but as long as it's like majority granola, I think it's fine. Um, and so I feel like overnight oats is just granola that you made wet and then left it overnight.
Squishy granola.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like I could see this like because granola is a very trendy food. That's like even like a slang being like, oh, how granola are you?
Is that
And
really?
I feel like yes.
Yes.
And I feel like that would definitely be used within this community. They'd be like, how granola are you? And they're like, percent. And then everyone would be like, oh god, they're intense. And they'd be like, I'm only 78% granola. So I feel like this would be very popular, especially with the same community that does juice cleanses. That I equate them to the same thing. I think 90.
Yes.
What do you guys think?
I'm gonna
What do you
go
think
with
about the
like
granola?
65. Maybe it's just because like I can't imagine having like this type of diet because I'm like, what do you have for dinner? A breakfast food? Like
Oh, see, when
you
Kylan said overnight oats, I was like, I'm on board.
But like how do you eat sushi? You can't put granola on sushi.
Oh, that's a good point. But
Okay,
also,
but what if the rice was granola?
oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, no. Because like granola is too sweet. You can't really put it with savory foods, I think. So it'll be
But I think
hard.
some of these, I'm not looking at them as like forever diets. I'm thinking of them as like, oh, like this is my diet for like a month.
A
Yeah,
month
it's
is
like the
still a
fad-
long time, especially
fad
in
trendy
quarantine
diet.
times. Like, you might as well say that
Yeah.
you're doing it for a year.
Oh no. But what are you thinking, Kylan? Where does granola rate?
I think it would be very popular with people who like hiking and rock climbing, and I think that is trendy enough to be like a 57.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be very trendy within a specific subculture.
Okay, now on the opposite-ish end, we have a spamitarian. Kylan also wrote this one.
Yeah. So again, you eat mostly spam and meals that are comprised of spam as the main protein. So not necessarily the main element, but like if you're making fried rice, yeah, like spam musubi. Or like if you're making fried rice, you're not going to make fried rice with like leftover beef, you're going to make it with spam instead.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's like pescatarian, but the only thing is spam, not
Yes,
fish.
exactly. Yeah, it's basically just pescatarian, but spam.
Oh, that sounds like it'd be so popular on Hawaii.
And like in places where spam is very expensive.
Oh, that's true.
It'd be like such a flex.
True.
Wait, is spam expensive in places?
Yeah.
It's extremely expensive in Asia because of the shipping.
Oh, I see. I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of the few ones that I would actually like partake in because spam is so good. Like you
Spam
just
is
add it to your fried rice, add it to your meal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can do a lot with
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it at like a 75.
75. Okay.
I feel like there have been weeks during quarantine where I literally did this diet on accident because
Same.
I would be like, I have spam. I don't want to go to the store. I don't want to Instacart anything. I got rice. I got spam. I got eggs. Like, I'm good. And so I think that I've done this before. And having done it, I think it's delicious and I would do it again. Do I think it would be trendy? No, I don't think it would be trendy. I think it would be trendy in specific parts of the world, but I don't think that, like, in the majority of at least America or the Western world, it probably wouldn't be trendy just because I think people have, like, this weird vendetta against spam as a common food. Except at the beginning of the quarantine when I was like, oh, I want spam. It was all sold out. And I was like, literally, I've been the only person buying spam at this grocery store for the past 2 years. And now it's sold out. Are you kidding me? And like not even just the normal spam, it was all the weird ones too. I was very angry. And I was like, oh, now you like spam.
I know. It's like now that the world's ending, you like spam. I see.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a normal food for most people. And because of that, I think a lot of people would be opposed to it. So I think that it would be like a 29. I just don't think a lot of people would do it.
Yeah, I feel like spam gets a lot of unjustified flack because it's from a can. Although, on the other side, there's Vienna sausages, which I
think that's worse.
Yeah.
Comes from a can as well.
But those are served in like in juice. Like those are.
Are you supposed to cook them?
You can. You don't have to.
But I think you should.
It's just like spam. You don't have to cook it, but most people do.
Yeah.
I think I've only eaten it raw.
Oh, okay. Sausages so bad.
Oh.
Yeah, they're kind of nasty.
But the spam diet, I think I kind of did this a little bit for like a month in quarantine because I just saw that I had a lot of spam in my house and I just wanted to eat it a lot. So I made a lot of spam musubi, spam and rice, and spam and eggs. It's good. It's delicious. Do I see it catching on though? No, because I think this is where the alien conspiracy people come in, and they're like, the government's trying to poison your mind. They're trying to control your mind with spam. It comes from a can. What also is from a can? Robots metal. So I think it's going to be a whole conspiracy, and that's going to give it some flack. So I think a 60.
That's fair. That's fair.
But
to be fair, full disclosure, I wrote this today during lunch when I made myself very fancy spam and eggs with kale and gochujang and and parmesan and also a side of kimchi. It was delicious.
A chef. Okay, next up we have coloritarian, which I think we have briefly talked about before, but that's where you choose one color to eat of the foods. It has to be naturally that color. So, those purple people, good luck to them. I don't think there's not a lot of naturally purple things.
Plums are purple.
Yeah.
Yep, good luck with your plum diet, purple people.
I mean, eggplant.
Or maybe, okay, no, your favorite color has to be your diet.
No.
You're eating all the greens. All of the leafy vegetables.
I'm so vegan. I'm not vegan.
What's blue besides blueberries? And even then, I don't even think they're blue.
Yeah, I feel like, aren't blueberries considered purple?
I feel like they're purple.
What's a blue
Good luck,
food?
vegan, you gonna die.
I would be dead. Yeah. Not even water. Water's not even blue.
Can I change
clear
everything about my setting to be purple instead of blue? Because I want to change my favorite color to purple because I want to eat still.
I mean, I guess you could change your favorite color. I mean, but if you were found out that that wasn't your favorite color, again, you'd be canceled and roasted on the internet.
True.
Liar. She's been lying her whole life. She eats other colors. It's rude.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think this would be like a big Instagram thing where they
Oh,
arrange all of
yeah.
their foods to be all the same colors and it's like aesthetically pleasing or
Oh, yeah.
whatever. So I don't know.
I can already see people getting canceled though for putting color filters on their food and trying to make it a color that it's not. Canceled.
True. What about like, let's say you want like a meat of some sort, like steak.
Yeah.
Does
Better
steak
hope your
count
favorite color is red or brown.
but is it red or is it brown?
Depends. If you're eating it raw, it's red.
Okay, but like, what if you're eating it medium rare? Is it brown or is it red? Like
the red part, you can't eat the outside.
Oh no.
Good luck,
Wait,
people of
could I
Earth.
have like dyed foods? Like, can I eat blue macarons?
See, that is a gray area. If it's you can't make it that color. If it's sold that way, that's fine.
Oh, wait a minute, but I make my own macarons.
No, not anymore.
There.
You have to use natural dyes. Only natural things. You can't use food coloring.
No.
Yeah, I know. I feel like as somebody who likes blue, I don't feel like I know that I have a favorite color, but I feel like I look around me and everything's blue, so I'm like, it's probably blue. That doesn't really bode well for the color diet for me.
I thought your favorite
And I
color
feel
was
like-
purple.
I thought so too, but then literally everything I buy is blue.
Oh. I mean, everything I wear is black, and like my favorite color is not black; it's still blue.
Oh, that's true. My favorite color is green. Although my room is green, but I never wear green.
Yeah.
I wear green all the time, but I feel like I'm always surrounded by blue and it's very calming. But yeah, like blue or black or lavender are probably, or slate gray. Slate gray is a beautiful color. But yeah, I feel like none of those colors really bode well for like foods necessarily. So I feel like there's a lot of colors that are left out. So I think that if it were any color and you could like change it, it would be much easier or much more trendy. But because it's only your favorite color and that's it, this is like not gonna be that trendy. So I think it's probably like a 53.
Yeah, you have to get on your driver's license that says color. Color
Yeah.
is your favorite color, and that's the only
Wow.
food you're allowed to eat when you go to restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Children have driver's license now. But wait, what did you rate it?
53.
53. Okay.
I don't think I rated it, but I think I'll rate it like 40, just because I just looked it up and blue is the most common favorite color, so people are gonna be screwed.
Yeah.
But I guess for these, you don't have to, since these are just like diets, it's their choice.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like, would they willingly choose to participate? But I guess if most people's favorite color is blue, probably most people wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I think the purple people are really gonna set this trend over the edge. I think they're sleepers in this community, and I give it 75.
You could have purple rice. Purple rice is purple.
Oh yeah, that's
True.
right.
I think the purple people would like run with this, and they would be like, ah. But I think a lot of them would be getting canceled too. Next up, we have the only ramen diet, which I would like to call the college diet as well, but I think Megan wrote this.
I feel like this is more to the extreme. Fun fact, I actually know somebody who only eats ramen. So
By choice or out of
yes,
financial?
by choice, as in he will not eat
Oh.
anything else because he doesn't like anything else except for ramen.
Oh.
Oh.
So
Why?
I don't know.
We already got one in the one who's already doing it.
Yeah, but this is the story of how I went to the worst ramen / noodle restaurant. I forgot what it was called. It's like noodles something or whatever, but it was the worst noodles I've ever had in my entire life. I was just like, what is this? But anyways, the diet is basically you just like eat ramen. Like you just eat ramen, only ramen.
But can you like spice it up?
You can spice it up as much as you want, but it has to be like a
Ramen.
ramen dish. So like you have to have the
Oh.
ramen noodles. You can do whatever.
Ramen.
It has to be ramen noodles and like, kind of liquidy. But like
Broth.
everything
Yeah,
else you can
broth.
do whatever you want.
Does pho count as ramen in this case?
No.
Well, no,
Why
because don't
not?
they use different noodles?
Yeah, they use different noodles. These restaurants.
Okay, if you made pho but with ramen noodles instead of rice noodles,
You could
would
do
it
it, yeah.
count as ramen? Okay.
Right, Matthew?
I feel like I could do this.
Yeah, since you can add any meat to ramen, I think this would be very easy. Do I
Yeah.
see this as a trend? Yes. 92.
Yeah, I feel like this could definitely be very trendy. People are already on board for ramen. You can add a bunch of stuff. You can make it look super cool and Instagrammable, and like you could even do like hand pulled noodles for like the TikToks. I don't know what's popular on TikTok, but I feel like hand pulled noodles would be popular.
Probably.
Yeah, and so I feel like this would be very trendy. 97.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 85.
I would also totally do this.
That's a very high one. Oh.
I would not, because I actually don't really like ramen. Hot take.
Someone. Oh.
No.
Certain
out.
people.
No.
Megan
I
refuses
told
to go to
you.
ramen with us.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
only
gosh.
only people with special privileges, I guess, you know.
No, I
And that's
only
not us.
my limit
I'm
is
not
twice a
faulting
year.
anything, but like, yeah, with certain people, it's twice a year.
Yeah.
That is not true. I had
That's
ramen
so
with you,
true.
Matthew. I
Yes,
did.
And then she changed. It was
No,
all-
my limit.
What,
I
weird?
reached my limit. I couldn't have any more ramen that year. So I took a hiatus.
Oh.
You're just so salty about this.
we all see through the lies, Megan. We all see through the lies, but we'll go to the next one. No salt was had here, just a lot of shade.
We're just salty. Saltier than top ramen.
My gosh.
Oh.
Remember, wait, okay, I have a story about ramen. When we were kids, Matthew would bring ramen to school just in the bag.
Yeah,
and then
what did we talk about that?
pour the topping, the dry topping on the dry ramen noodles, and like shake it up and just eat it from the packet.
Yeah, that's like a thing.
And like my mom never would let me do that. Like I would ask her at home, like, can I just have like the noodles and like bring them to school? And she'd be like, no. She's like, you know how salty that is? And I was like, why is it better when it's like just that in water? I don't understand. And she never gave me a good answer. Never, ever.
Wow.
Hey,
So
government doesn't want you to know.
yeah.
It's a good snack. That was like a really popular snack in elementary school from what I remember. And it was so good. I've thought about it recently, but then I was like, I did think about the salt thing, and I was like, okay, I already do consume a lot of salt. So yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do another one of Megan's, one that I have no idea what this one is. IMBY diet.
Okay.
I read it as IMB.
So it stands for in my backyard diet. So basically, yeah, so basically you can eat anything, but it has to have come from your backyard. So, but that means like,
apartment.
well, no, you can like grow your own food, pretty much. Or like have your own chicken. Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna starve. I can't live on peanut and lettuce alone.
Wait, do you even have a backyard, Kylan?
No, but I have like a little balcony.
Okay.
But then my plants died because we had a giant heat wave in like all of California basically, and it got up to like 120 degrees here. And then the outside was covered in smoke and ash for like, I don't know, 4 weeks total. And so I kind of stopped wanting to go outside and water my plants. So they died.
Or that they died because of the heat, not because of the not watering.
Well, I mean, originally they died because of the heat, but I feel like I probably could have salvaged them at that point.
Yeah.
But then because I didn't want to go outside and it was so ashy and smoky and everything, I was like, it's just not worth it. I'll just replant new plants later. It's not a big deal. I live like right next to a plant store, so.
For this diet, this sounds like it's out of my skill range. I feel like, you know, I had succulents at my work, at my old job, and I killed, I think, 3 of them. And succulents are known as like some of the easiest things to take care of. So I don't feel like I'm well qualified or patient enough because I have this vivid memory of me growing carrots when I was younger. and I was like just so impatient that I would just like pull them out because I was like, I see a sprout, and it'd be like this tiny little baby and not edible. It was just like the green part. So I can't see myself doing it, but I do see this being trendy. I can see this being trendy and be like, oh, I grew this in my backyard, or like, I don't know, I punched a hole in the ground and then put my seeds there, you know? So I think this will be like 60.
I love this. This sounds awesome. I feel like I would need a lot of time to prep and ramp up to this, or a lot of time to get a house with a yard big enough to sustain myself, at least, on just like things I grew. But I think that there's enough people who are interested in this sort of thing that it could definitely be trendy. So I think I give it like a 62. I love this idea. I think it sounds really good. If I could do it, I would. If I could try it, I would. I'd probably supplement with other stuff and still go out to eat, but for the most part, I feel like I would be down.
Yeah. I feel like this would be very hard to actually do. Especially because, like, I don't think people have, like, backyards. Especially, like, if you live in the city. And I feel like that's where all of, like, the trendy stuff happens.
True.
So I'm gonna give it, like, a 20 because also it's a lot of work.
Although I feel like I would see like restaurants popping up where it's like, oh, it's the in my backyard food. I made all this food from stuff I found in my backyard.
I feel like there will be like a couple of people that would like be full on doing it, but they'll be the only ones, and everyone else would just like try to do it, but then not commit all the way.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have fermentarian. Kylan wrote this one, but also Megan wrote this one.
That's why I wrote more than 8, because I figured somebody else would write it too.
You wrote more than 8? I almost just wrote 7.
I wrote like 10 because I was like, I bet at least one of these is going to be an overlap, and that brings it down immediately to 9. And so I was like, I feel like 10 is reasonable.
Wow. I was just like, do I need to do 8?
Oh my gosh.
It's okay, Megan.
Okay, I don't know if this is what you intended, Kylan, but basically you only eat fermented foods. Like,
yes,
you can have kimchi, like pickles, like alcohol, and
sourdough.
Kombucha. Yeah.
But could you ferment things that are not traditionally fermented?
Yeah,
like,
so you can have pickled eggs.
Ferment this soda.
Can you ferment soda?
I mean, you would probably need to add stuff to it to ferment it, and it would probably turn out just alcohol.
Yeah, it would.
But yeah.
Like, you could ferment things that are just like, oh, this isn't fermented, but I'm going to ferment this thing. It's like pickling. Like, you could just pickle anything, really.
Yeah. I also feel like, for me, there's like a small gray area for aged things, and I feel like aged things count also. So, like, dry aged beef, I feel like I'll count it to be acceptable in the fermentarian diet.
Like beef jerky?
No, dry aged beef. It's like a different thing, and you cook it. Well,
yeah, because it's like controlled rot for that. Because like part of it, like you have to cut off before you cook it.
Yeah. So basically, just old beef.
Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like it counts, and like cheese, I feel like counts too because it's also aged.
Oh,
and like
I hate the like moldy cheese. Oh,
I love the moldy cheese. It's so good.
Blue cheese, it freaks me out.
Blue cheese is so good.
I would eat an alive octopus before I will eat blue cheese. Like, that shows my.
Oh man!
I love blue cheese. I love the way this cake is cut.
Oh, I love this talk. So I feel like for this one, this would be very trendy. I think there would be restaurants that would be very like, oh, we only serve fermented things. I think this would be popular in like the Slavic-y areas and like Russia.
Oh, because you could have pickled herring.
Yeah.
Is pickled the same thing as fermented though?
I feel like it counts because you're like basically preserving it.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like it's anything preserved. So if it's like jam because it's preserved, or like salted thing, or like, you know.
Okay. Well, I feel like this wouldn't be at the forefront of the medias, like veganism or like, I don't know, the juice cleanses and stuff. So I feel like it'd be like 70.
I feel like this has potential, and also I love it, and also you can still drink, so that's cool. But also a lot of the things that I eat already are fermented. Like I think I've had something fermented at every meal today, and like probably most days, honestly. Um, and I just really like this one, and I feel like it has the capability to be a very trendy thing. So I think because of that, I'm gonna give it like a 99. Yeah. Because I
Okay.
think there's like some people out there that probably have like something fermented or preserved at every meal basically at this point, and they don't even realize it. And then when they realize it, they're like, "Wow, look at me! I
I
had pickles on
probably.
this burger."
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the kombucha people would like catch on to
Ah,
this.
yes.
So I'm gonna give it an
Yeah.
80. I feel like they'll be the forerunners of this trend.
Mm,
And
although
like,
kombucha, I like it a lot. Although the ones that had the floaty things in it really freak me out. I do not want to be chewing on the SCOBY. Get it away.
I should
I
show you
want.
my next time you're here. I should show you my giant SCOBY inside of my
Oh, Kylan,
kombucha
no.
brewing pot.
To me, that's the equivalent of like drinking a piece of a frog that's in a drink. That's how
oh
I
my
see it.
god.
I don't
No,
know. A piece of a frog that was just left. It just
Oh
looks like the same
no.
texture. People are like,
no.
oh, I like chewing on the bacteria. I'm like, oh.
I would hate chewing on the bacteria. First of
You
all, that's
need to go to
disgusting.
church. You need to
But
go to
second
church.
of all,
I'm not religious, but you need to go to church.
I would hate chewing on the bacteria because I feel like that's disgusting. But at the same time, if it's close to anything, it's close to a mushroom or a jellyfish. To me, that's what it looks like. But yeah, I'm a big fan. I like the kombucha. Kombucha is good.
Oh, I do like kombucha though.
I don't think I've had it.
Don't be confused. I do like kombucha, but I like the one. I like this one brand that it guarantees there will be no floaty SCOBY in it. And it
Fair.
says that on the bottle, and I'm like,
Wait,
I like.
wait. You can get the SCOBY and like the drink, like
Oh,
the
and a
ones
lot
that
of
you
them,
buy?
that's like
Did
a
a lot of
selling point. And a lot of
Oh.
them is like, oh, it has it in it, and you can see it
Yeah.
on like in the bottle.
That's how I started mine. Is I bought one of the normal brands, like one of the more popular brands,
Mhm.
and then you reserve some of it, and then because it has like the bacteria in it and the sediment and everything, you mix that with tea, and then it just starts growing. And literally, I
Oh,
just started it from buying
it's like
kombucha.
blue cheese. It's just like blue cheese.
It's so good. It's
If you
so
gave me blue
good.
cheese and took off the blue parts, I feel like that's kombucha to me.
Oh,
That's like
also,
the brand that I drink.
also you can eat yogurt on this diet. I forgot to mention you can still eat yogurt because yogurt is like cultures and stuff
That's true, yeah.
and aged. Yeah.
Okay, next up we have saltless. This is Kylan's.
Ah, yeah. So no salt
Can you
at all.
live
No
with
salt
this?
added. Yeah, I'm sure you could live without salt.
Things
You're
that, like, naturally have salt though, right? Like some things, right?
I
Is
think
that a thing?
maybe.
I don't know if they do. Whatever, no big deal. Like maybe fish or something. But like, you couldn't add salt to anything. You
Oh.
can't add soy
What about
sauce.
like
You
things
can't
that have like
add...
a lot of sodium in it though? Like, oh, you buy a bag of chips. Chips have a lot of salt.
Nope, doesn't. You can't eat it. Too
Mm.
salty. Anything where salt or sodium was added to it, you can't eat it.
Okay.
So
Oh,
you
so
could you could
zero
still
processed food.
Pretty
yeah,
much.
pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, no salt. That's this diet.
I think this would be the hardest diet in the world.
I think so too.
I
think
think I would die.
Yeah.
It'd be so hard.
I think this would
I think it could be trendy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because to me, if you get rid of salt, then it's almost like you're doing a whole foods diet where you're gonna have to like make everything
Oh.
yourself because they
Like the
add
raw
salt
diet?
to everything.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's basically the raw diet because like.
Well, yeah, but you can
the-
still like cook your stuff though.
raw.
You just don't add salt to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds so plain and boring.
Honestly, I kind of want to try it someday.
Oh,
See how it
maybe?
is. Yeah,
Maybe.
it's
Wow.
Oh.
like not eat anything processed. Like only eat like use like whole food ingredients.
Fried chicken, Megan. Ah.
When was the last time I had fried chicken?
Me within a week. Like, I think literally 2 days ago.
I didn't
Was
have
it rice
fried
chicken?
with you.
No, I actually wasn't rice chicken. I think rice chicken I had still less than a week ago. It was more than 2 days ago.
Oh my
I
god.
feel like I don't eat like fried chicken ever.
Oh my god,
You're missing out.
I
You're
guess
really
I am.
missing out.
That was like when I was in Korea. That was my goal to eat it once a day. And my friend group was getting mad at me because I would only suggest fried chicken, and then be like, suggest something else, and I'd be like, fried chicken. I would
Oh
like
my
find a
God.
way to like make it so people vote for fried chicken.
Oh my god.
I love it.
What
Is-
diet were we doing? Oh, saltless.
I assume in Korea all the fried chicken is like the Korean style fried chicken, not the Southern
Mhm.
style fried chicken. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, both
Yeah.
are delicious.
and they
But-
almost always sell it by like whole chicken,
Mhm.
and they don't usually sell it for smaller than that, so it's usually like kind of expensive if you're eating alone because you just get an entire chicken.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But saltless, I could see this being popular. I feel like 85, although I would never participate. No, thank you.
Yeah, I feel like this one would be very much people being like, "Oh, salt causes bloating," and then like it gets very trendy. Again, I agree with Matthew. I could never do this. I could maybe do this for a day, but I feel like it's so much work. Because even to make like a salad yourself with like vegetables you grew and nothing processed, you still like would need to make your own like vinegar or oil or whatever. So I think that it would just be very difficult. So I give this closer to like a 75 because I think it's just too hard for most people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it an 80. I think it's actually not gonna be that hard, as you
Oh.
think it is. It just depends on what you buy, you know? Like maybe you won't have your fried chicken or whatever, or maybe you could if you don't use any salt. Matthew, you could probably have your fried chicken without any salt.
Salt
But then
Oil
he would have to
is
make
not
it.
salt.
but it may also cause flavor.
You know what? Maybe this is because I can eat bland food, so it won't affect me. Sorry, I'm like super white, but like I don't need.
You're not even that white, which is what makes it funny.
Oh,
Genetically, I am very white.
True.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, I feel like I would be fine.
Oh, Megan, no. It's okay though. Next up we have the fried diet. Megan wrote this one.
Oh yeah, this is basically where you just eat everything fried. Like avocados, fried.
I like
Chicken, fried. Milk,
course.
fried.
Oh yeah,
I hate this diet. I hate this diet so much.
it sounds so much fun.
I hate this.
Fried.
I feel like I really like fried foods when I'm in the mood for fried foods or when the fried foods are just very good. Like Korean corn dogs, always delicious. I will have them no matter what. Like those are just great. I have no problems having that, even if I'm not in the mood for fried food. But then like things that are like more like heavily fried and like greasy fried, like fair food, I'm like not down with.
I'm not a big fan of fair food, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, no. And so when I think of fried, that's what I think of. But then I remember that there's good fried food, like Korean fried chicken, Korean corn dogs, tempura fried things, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, those are fine. But fair food, no thank you. But because I remember the other food that is good, I think this could definitely catch on because I feel like those foods are very trendy and Instagrammable. And I changed my mind. I would actually do this diet. And also, I changed my mind. I was going to give it below a 50, but now I give it like a 83. I pulled a 180.
It's and I like it. I think this sounds way easier than the salt one to me.
Oh, yeah, by far.
Frying takes so much work, though.
Oh, I would just buy it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys.
Frying takes a lot of oil.
Yeah.
And you don't
reuse
have
that.
to deep fry. You don't have to deep fry everything. You could like pan fry stuff.
That's true.
Like I've
You
air
yeah.
fried chicken before.
Air fry?
Yeah. Last time I burned my last time I was frying something, I literally burned my whole hand because afterwards I was like, wow, my hand feels so hot. And I thought it was just because I made a spicy chicken cubes and I thought that it was just like, oh, because of all the chilies and stuff, and maybe I got it on my hand. But then the next day, my hand was still feeling spicy, and I was like, yeah, I think I burned my hand from all the steam from the frying of the chicken.
Danger.
Yeah.
I
But it's
feel like
fine.
it could be a trend, though. It could be a trend. and I think it's a retaliation against veganism in healthy diets, like raw diets. It's the backlash. So 80.
Yeah, I'm also gonna give it an 80.
Popular diet.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it'd be very easy for a lot of people.
Oh heck yeah! I don't know
True.
who these people are, but I agree with that. Next up we have the sparkling diet.
Oh
Let me explain.
gosh.
So anything that is carbonated, you can carbonate anything. I believe no matter how hard you try, you can carbonate something. You can carbonate something.
Can you carbonate fried chicken?
Oh heck yeah, Megan! What are you thinking? Yes, you can.
How? Literally
I don't
how?
know, it's gonna be real bubbly though.
You eat it straight out of the fryer when the oil is still bubbling, and that's what makes it sparkling.
Yeah, you make it with like beer, and like it's gonna come out. You're gonna infuse it with bubbles, and
That's such a good idea.
it's
And I've had
gonna
that sparkling chocolate with the Pop Rocks.
be- Mhm.
That's sparkling.
Yes. It's
I feel like you could put Pop Rocks in anything.
So I think this is gonna be a trendy diet, and people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I use the sparkly emoji all the time in my Instagram bio, and that's my life. I'm just quirky. I carbonate my food." I think this sounds fun. It sounds fun. All the water is gonna be carbonated. It'll be great. I give it 42.
Oh my gosh.
How are you feeling?
I feel like I'm gonna give it a 30. I still don't understand how you're gonna carbonate food. I can see
Hey, I don't know the science.
Unless
I don't
you
know the
incorporate the whole liquid diet thing with the carbonation. So you just carbonate that.
I
So,
mean,
like-
you do you, but that is not a rule of this one, because that sounds horrible.
I mean, honestly, I have a vendetta against sparkling water, just because like
Why?
Matthew constantly drinks it,
But
and I
it's
don't
so
like
good.
it.
You don't like it?
It makes me
Why?
angry.
Why? Sparkle.
Also, my whole family drinks it. I'm just like, what is this? Ugh.
It's so good though.
Join the revolution.
And you can use it in
no.
AIDS.
True.
Okay, see, I like that, but like sparkling water is nasty.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
you're killing my soul, Megan.
Oopsies.
Agree to disagree.
Oh my gosh. First you get ramen without us, now you hate sparkling water.
Oh my
What's
gosh.
coming to?
Trying to attack a character.
Oh,
Literally.
man.
How do you rate it, Kylan?
I love sparkling water so much. I love sparkling things. I love glittery things. I love Pop Rocks in spicy chocolate. I think this is the perfect diet for me. And so I think that this I'm gonna give 49 because I don't think it's the perfect diet for most people.
Yes, I agree. Next up we have fruitarian, which I think could possibly be a real diet, but probably not like anyone abides by.
Mm-hmm. You eat only fruit.
Only fruit. But then we get into this large debate of what is a fruit.
Oh my gosh. That's true.
Because
There's gonna be so much
I don't
discourse.
know. Whenever people talk about fruit, I just like step back because I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a science person. I don't know if this is a fruit or not. But you have very strong opinions about it. It seems like people.
Well, I
Yeah.
heard that vegetables don't exist.
Oh, I don't even know anymore. See, it's like if I have a vegetable diet, can I eat nothing? What's
To be fair, we grew up in an era where pizza was a vegetable, so
Oh, it's true. For a
Wait,
while, it was
explain.
considered as a vegetable.
yeah, so they could sell it in schools still.
Yeah,
Oh
what
my
organization
gosh.
was FDA that considered it a vegetable for a while.
I think it was part of the whole Michelle Obama campaign when she wanted every kid to be healthy, which is reasonable because I feel like a lot of school lunches were very unhealthy. As somebody
Yeah.
who ate school lunches for a long time, they were very unhealthy.
True.
However, pizza is not a vegetable, and I think that the government lied to us. Conspiracy time. They were lying to the children and putting the vegetables or non-vegetables in the pizza to make us think that vegetables were a lie.
That makes me think of eating a chicken patty at school with no buns. And that's what I would have for lunch. Because I hated bread. Or I hated the bread that they gave us, at least.
The bread was so bad.
It
Wait,
was, like,
that's
hard.
right. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I would still
Yeah,
eat
or
it.
I would go to the student store while it was still legal, and I would have munchies.
Yes.
But then they
I
got rid of it because of Michelle Obama. they made the student store shut down.
Yeah, I forgot about that, but they totally did,
Yeah,
huh?
wow.
And apparently it was running illegally for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, we're outlaws.
Yeah, we're such a rebel.
Rebels.
Did you guys know that they called our high school the ghetto high school? Which is
Yeah,
very
I
much
did.
not at all.
I
Yeah.
guess for our district, maybe I feel like ours are like there's one other high school I want to say. But one other high school that could have been the ghetto.
But like none of them are though. Like literally
No, I
none.
think it's just by comparison though.
Yeah, the other ones are
They're
just very
really
expensive.
Yeah.
Ritzy. Yeah.
Super ritzy. But I feel like this is already a thing. I feel like this is 100, and I like fruit. I guess everything's a fruit, so by
Well,
like,
no,
the
potatoes
people's
are not a
logic-
fruit.
Where are the rules, Megan? I don't know the rules.
Anything
Someone
that grows
tell
from
me
a
the rules.
tree is a
People
fruit.
just need to tell me what to do. Just tell me what to eat. I'll eat it. I give it a 98. I would try it.
Yeah. I think personally that the confusion about what is and isn't a fruit would aid to the popularity of this particular diet because it gives people like something to fight about, and when people have something to fight about, they like picking sides more. So if they're like tomatoes are fruit, tomatoes aren't fruit, avocados are fruit, avocados aren't fruit, are onions fruits? We don't know. And so I feel like that sort of stuff all would like come together into people like joining for their side of the fruitarian verse, but they're all really fruitarians because I feel like if it's close enough, it's close enough. And so I think that would very much add to this. So I think probably 95.
I'm just gonna go with 80.
Yeah, I feel like this is where people would be like gatekeeping fruitarianism.
Yeah.
They'd be like, ooh, I saw you eat a raw onion yesterday. You fake fruitarian. Ooh, go to church. And then everyone's gonna cancel them, and it will be justified. Next up though, we have the movie food diet. I wrote this one. So what this is if you watch the food being made in a movie, you can eat it. Or if you see it in a movie.
So is it any
Better
food
to
I've
watch
ever
the movie.
seen? Any food I've ever seen in a movie can be part of my diet?
Yep.
Oh.
It has to be shown as being eaten though. It can't just be like, oh, we are in a Bug's Life. Well, I guess they would have eaten it in a Bug's Life. I don't know. It can't be like a toy asparagus in Toy Story or something like that.
But can they show it being cooked?
Mm-hmm.
Like if a main part of the story is it being cooked?
Yeah.
Does that
Like
count? Okay.
Ratatouille. A lot of food is being cooked.
Yeah. I feel like I'd have a
want to do
great
food
diet.
Ratatouille.
I feel like I'd have a great diet from this. This sounds awesome.
I feel like I'm not fancy enough to just live off of Ratatouille, so I'd have to start watching other movies other than that. I mean, in Monsters University, my other movie that I've been watching forever, every day, basically, they eat garbage. So I don't want to do that either. Like, literally, one of the scenes is like, we have the best chefs in the world, and she takes like a garbage can and dumps it onto like the table.
Oh no.
So I think I'd have to diversify my movie knowledge of food-based ones.
Honestly, like...
But
Go ahead, Matthew.
I could see this being a trend, though. I could see this being like, oh, let's do this for a month. We'll watch movies every day, and then we'll eat the things from that movie. So I feel like this could be 78. But yes, Megan.
Oh, I think I would also definitely have to branch out on what movies I watch. Because, like Matthew, my movie pool is limited.
Mm-hmm.
Probably even more so.
Mm-hmm. You could only eat like shawarma because of that one scene in Avengers, right?
That's true, yeah.
They don't really eat that much in Avengers. I'm saying, or any Marvel movie. They don't really eat that much, like, literally ever.
I could eat a cheeseburger.
Plot hole, Megan. I just put a plot hole in the Marvel universe. None of them eat, really.
They do.
Ever.
None of them use
I
the
can eat-
bathroom ever.
No, because thanks to RDJ, who always brings his snacks on set, I can eat blueberries, cheeseburgers.
God.
I don't know what else. But yeah,
Sounds like
so
a hard
people...
diet, Megan.
If you guys watched that one episode of Game of Thrones, we could drink a Starbucks.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's so true. That's so true.
I want to know how that happened, and
They're just like, sponsor.
Have either of you watched Game of Thrones? Because I have not.
I've seen
It's
the first
too
episode.
scary.
It's
Yeah,
Also, I don't have HBO.
Yeah, I've seen like the first 2 episodes, but that's it. And my parents were like, "Oh, watch it with us," and I was like, "No thanks. It sounds too violent." I'm good.
Too violent, too much of the incest,
yeah.
We have
Speaking-
a tasteful amount of incest, not that much.
Speaking of violence, I could eat a Royale with cheese. I could drink milkshakes. Like, I have so many things from Pulp Fiction that I can eat. I could drink coffee. I can have sushi because of Hero Dreams of Sushi. I could have anything from Ratatouille, anything from Julia and Julia. I could have the steak from The Matrix. Like, I feel like I have so many foods that I like already eat and they're delicious. I'm like, this seems fine. This seems great. So I think this is a good diet. Do I think it would be trendy? I think shows like Binging with Babish are pretty trendy. Like, he's pretty popular. And I think there's definitely a market out there for eating foods from shows. Like, Disneyland has the Star Wars land, and all the food there is like Star Wars themed, like from Star Wars or whatever. And you have like the cantina, and you can drink there when Disneyland is open. And I feel like this could definitely catch on in any nerd subculture or subcultures that are really dedicated to specific movies. So I think I give this like a 80. I give this an 80.
Okay. How do you feel about this, Megan? You need to give it a rating.
I'll give it like a 65.
65, not too
Just
high,
'cause,
not too
yeah.
low. I could eat beignets because the Princess and the Frog. That's all I could think of. I think my problem is I only really watch animated movies.
Well, that's where
I
the
think-
food looks good.
You could try the gray stuff. It's delicious from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh my gosh, what is that stuff?
I haven't watched that in so long. I don't even remember what that is.
I'm
There was
surprised
a
I know what
Binging-
you're talking about, Kylan.
There was a Binging with Babish episode about it, and it was like whipped something, I think, is what he made. I don't fully remember, but it seemed fine.
Oh, what about the Pokemon episode where they have the jelly donut?
Jelly donut!
Oh my gosh. The cursed jelly donuts.
Jelly donut.
Oh,
that's
man.
so good. Okay, next up we have pizza diet. Megan.
Okay, so basically you can only eat pizza, which means your diet is varied.
Well, that's a vegetable, so can I eat vegetables?
Yeah, you can put broccoli on your pizza.
Oh, okay. Broccoli pizza, that's from Inside Out.
Yeah,
I just
you
solidified my-
okay.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing is,
Oh,
is that
yeah.
you just have to have like a bread and a sauce and like toppings. That's your requirements. So you can do whatever you want with that.
A meatball sub, Megan. Does that count?
No,
I feel like that counts.
it has to look like a pizza.
No, here's
Oh.
here's the kicker: is the meatball sub has 2 layers of bread, like one on the top, and pizza doesn't fold. It's not a calzone. A calzone is not a pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm,
pizza is 1 layer of bread. So an open-faced meatball sub, I feel like yes.
yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I feel like the hardcore stands of this diet would have have you seen the pizza that, the topping of the pizza is mini pizzas?
Oh my god.
No.
And they'd be like, I only eat pizza with pizza on it. I feel like that would be
God.
Oh
an elitist thing, and they'd be like, wow, you don't eat pizza with pizza on it? Lame.
Wow.
I could see this being like a New Yorker diet, not to be racist or anything.
I can see this being my diet.
Oh, Megan.
Megan's
I
Megan,
like pizza.
Megan's all over the place in this episode. She's like, "Oh, I want a raw diet," and then she's like, "Pizza, pizza only."
What can I say? I want variety.
That's fair. That's fair. Don't we all just want variety in our life?
Also, I love
give
pizza.
this 60.
a 60.
60. I feel like it's not healthy enough to be super, super trendy within the. I don't know. When I think of diets, I think like trendy LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like you can make pizza trendy. Like, I feel like some of the pizza that I eat, because I generally hate pizza, but like then when I do eat pizza, it's always very super trendy or expensive pizza, or pizza I made myself and has spam on it.
Yeah.
And I feel like then I eat pizza. So maybe I could actually do this. But I'm just not a huge pizza person. This sounds not very good. But I think there are trendy enough pizza places that you could probably pull this off. I don't think it's widely, I don't think it's a wide appeal. So probably about like a 40 is good for this one.
Yeah. I can see it being like a 55. But this is just something that, like, it's my dream to only eat pizza.
your goal. Future goal in mind.
Yes.
Life goals.
It is.
Okay, next up we have edible flowers. Kylan, explain.
All the food you eat has to be garnished with an edible flower. That's the diet.
Wow.
Okay.
That sounds like
So you can literally eat anything.
Rich people diet. Or people who have gardens, I guess.
Yeah. And you have to eat the edible flower at the end.
Oh wait, you
It
can have
sounds like
food.
the
It's just
Instagram
that.
trend.
It's just the garnish.
Okay.
But you have to eat it.
Yeah, this sounds like an Instagram trend. And then people are like, "Ooh, pretty. I put an entire succulent on my pizza." And then they're going to be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I think I would not do this because that sounds like too much work. But I could see it being like a thing. Like there'd be places called like the pizza place you go to, Flower House. It'd be something like that. There'd be places we call it.
Okay, but that one is flour with like flour like you cook with.
Yeah, this wouldn't be flour like the flour.
Ah, yes. Yeah. I think there's so many good trendy restaurant name opportunities. Like you could do so many garden themed restaurants, or like so many restaurants where you like just pick the flour off a thing in front of the patrons and it's just like, here's your flour. And also, again, another important part of this is that you can still drink. So I think that's also a thing that would be very popular, because I think a lot of fancy drinks you can already garnish with flowers, and it's very fun.
That's true.
And so I think that it's such an easy diet because you can literally eat anything you want, that I'm going to give it like a 93.
Oh.
It is very expensive though, or it could be.
See, I was going to go the other way, and I was thinking like maybe a 20, because, hear me out. So I think, you know how in like some movies, maybe this is just a specific movie I'm thinking of, there's like a sunflower and there's a camera in it. The government's spying on you. This is going to catch on. People are going to catch on to this fact. And then what's going to happen is they're going to be like, okay, you know what's happening? The florists, they were paid off by the government. You know what's in your food? A camera. They're putting a microchip inside of your body. They're tracking you now. And there's going to be protests.
That just sounds like a free, easy colonoscopy.
But it attaches to your brain somehow. It goes from your esophagus to your brain.
That sounds painful.
And for that, I give it a 20.
Okay. That's fair.
Megan, what do you think about this flour diet?
I feel like this is very much like an Instagram thing, and it will catch off. Definitely, like, the more wealthy people would do it. But I feel like that's all these trends. That's the people.
That is true.
That's who does this.
I feel like that's all trendy diets too.
Yeah.
True.
So I'll give it like a 70.
Okay, I see you are not taking into account the robot conspiracy. But that's
No.
Next up, we have the squirrel diet. Okay, I wrote this one. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. Okay, whatever you're thinking right now, throw it outside because it's not what you think. So, you know the animal, a squirrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I imagine these are like furries, these people who are doing this diet. And what they're doing is they're like, I want to be more with the squirrel. I want to be the squirrel. On all levels but physical, I am squirrel. So what they're going to be doing is, however squirrels get food, that's how they're going to get food. So they're gonna be climbing in trees, trying to grab some acorns, begging for food from people in parks, stuff like that. They just want to be a squirrel. I
It's
think
a
this is hard though.
It's a 10. I give this a 10.
10 out of 10?
No. No.
I'm giving this a 5. I don't think
5?
this will be a
5
trend.
out of 5?
I think, yeah, I think people would look down on it and they'll be all elitist, like, I'm not gonna beg for food, you know?
Okay, so here's where we differ a little bit. I'm giving this a 95 because okay, in my mind, this is a world where the squirrels that have finally risen up and proven to like influence the bourgeoisie. So people are gonna be like, okay, we gotta fit in because that's how we survive in this world. It's a squirrel eat squirrel world, and we need to survive. So 95. I think it's just a means of survival at this point. Yes. Next, we have the ab diet. Megan, please explain.
So the ab diet is pretty much a normal diet, but you don't eat sugar.
Oh, Megan. What about natural sugars like fruit?
You can eat natural sugars. You can't eat sugar that is added into food.
So no added sugars.
No added sugars.
What about agave? That's vegan.
That's natural, right?
Yeah, but it's essentially sugar syrup, but natural.
I'm gonna say
I mean,
no.
What about honey? Honey is
Yeah, what
natural.
about honey?
Honey, I'll give a pass.
Oh, okay, I can do this.
Fast and loose diet. I'd be probably eating everything with honey.
Yep.
I think easy. I think people would say this so they can put this in their Instagram bio. And they'd be like, I'm fancy. Give me likes. I say this is a 90.
I give this a 100 because this is literally a thing people already do.
Oh.
Like, I know people who have been on this diet for like a full month at least.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stronger than I.
It's not that
Me
hard
too.
to do.
Disagree.
I disagree, Megan.
It's
I
not...
drink boba. Megan, think about the boba.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait, does that mean I didn't do it?
Also,
Correct,
this is
you did not.
Yeah, you're right, I didn't.
Yeah. This is also like one of those ones where you just can't really have processed foods because most processed foods have like added sugar in them.
And you
Yeah.
probably can't eat out at all because
Correct.
most
True.
places are gonna add things.
Yeah.
I did like a soft version of this then.
You're like me and my veganism.
Yeah. That's exactly how it is. Do you think I ever actually did an ab diet where I was just like, I want abs?
Oh my god.
But you wouldn't eat with us at like any place where you still have boba during that whole time. You're like, I want abs, and then
Did I get boba with you guys or did I deny it?
I think you did get
You
boba.
did. You definitely did.
Okay.
I think there's been hardly any times where you've denied boba, Megan.
Yeah.
I mean, now I have an addiction, but like, I have it before.
No, it's not an addiction. It's a hobby.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because I have the same one. So.
I literally walked 2 miles on Saturday to get boba.
Valid.
Oh, that's dedication. That's dedication.
Yeah. It was also the best part of my day.
Oh, boba's
Nice.
So good, though. Worth.
Yes. The boba place here has AIDS.
Oh.
It had fresh peaches in it too.
Oh, wow.
That sounds so good. But Megan, what do you rate the ab diet?
I think I'd actually give it like an 85. Like, I know it's something that people do, I guess, but like, I don't see it being Instagram trendy.
Yeah, people being like, oh, guess what? This food doesn't have any sugar. Cool.
Yeah, I feel like the opposite, like people having those fancy desserts is a thing.
That's true.
Instead of this.
True, because desserts are like the prettiest foods.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have steak and potatoes, Kylan.
Yep. It's you eat
Sounds
steak
like-
and potatoes.
Are we Irish or something?
Yeah, that sounds like Irish diet.
No, it's literally just steak and potatoes. I called out my friend because every time they send me a picture of food, it's literally just steak and potatoes. And so this is me
Why?
calling them out. I don't know.
Yeah, call them out. Fix them, Kylan. Fix them.
Yeah, I'm trying. So I'm calling them out right now. This is the steak and potatoes diet. Would you do it? Is this trendy? Go.
No.
No.
It sounds. To me, when I think of steak and potatoes, I think either mashed potatoes or baked potatoes, and I don't really like either of those.
I hate all potatoes.
And
So
beef is my least favorite meat. Steak is my least favorite of the subcategories of beef. So this is a hard no for me. I think the vegans would absolutely demolish this group. Vegans are to be reckoned with. Have you seen the vegan teacher on TikTok? She's scary. I would not fist fight her. She would win.
the vegan teacher.
She's scary. Oh, she only cares about animals. I'm gonna give this a 0.
Okay, a 0, Megan.
I'm gonna also give it a 5 because again, we're basing this off of like, is it gonna be trendy? And I think no, because like, is it aesthetically pleasing? Not really. Is it like good? Maybe. But would you eat it every day? Not me personally. I don't think a whole lot of people would eat it every day. So a 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna also.
I think I know why Kylan's laughing.
I'm gonna also give this a 20. And yeah, I was laughing because Matthew gives it a 0 and Megan says I'm also gonna give it a 5.
Megan, did you? When you listen to that back, like you'll see why we're
You know, I don't know why I said that because I knew that you said 0.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
I did something.
I think I meant like I'm also gonna give it a low number. But
Okay.
I thought that, and then like my sentence changed, which happens a lot.
It's okay. We just run with it. We run with it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Oh, I love that.
I'm gonna also give this a 20. And I think that there are some people that would love this diet. It would be their favorite diet. And I think that if you know how to cook steak and you know how to cook it well, then this could be a very good diet for you. I happen to really like steak. Not for every meal, of course. And I also hate potatoes, so that sounds like a nightmare. But I think that, it could definitely catch on with some people. There could be some people like diehards and then everybody else. I think
this makes me think of Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
That is his diet. I feel like this would be hardcore Parks and Rec stands. Although I feel like Parks and Rec stands now. I don't think that. I can't imagine people doing this. I can't.
No, I agree. This is a 20.
Okay. Next up we have pescatarian carnivore. Kylan, explain yourself.
Okay, so I think this was the fastest way to write you only eat fish.
Oh, okay.
Because you're a pescatarian, so you eat fish and vegetables, but you're a carnivore, so you only eat meat, and therefore you only eat fish.
So fish, but nothing else.
Yep, just fish.
Okay.
Isn't that basically like the Inuit people up north? Wasn't that their diet? Only fish?
Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe that would include
no, they
whale.
ate seals. I don't think that counts.
Yeah, seal, and didn't they also eat whale?
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, those are different. Whales are mammals. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Wait, I said that's true to myself. I think that I'm having a mental breakdown. Also, I think this would be easy. No, it would be hard. 50. By the amount of disagreeing with myself, I think it has to be a 50.
I had like a full mental breakdown.
I was talking to myself and arguing in my head.
Oh my gosh, Megan, what do you think? Please have less of a mental breakdown.
I will. No, what Matthew went through is what I go through 24/7, so it's okay. I'm used to it.
You just buffer.
Yeah. I think I would give it a 35 because I don't think it would be trendy per se, and also I think it would be very hard to do, and I think that your mercury levels would be pretty high.
Oh yeah, you'd have to get farmed salmon or farmed fish, because then they can control the mercury levels. Kylan, how do you feel about it?
I would love this. I love fish personally. I might hate the fact that you can only eat fish.
Mm-hmm.
But...
oh, maybe I want some rice or like sushi.
Yeah, or like I don't know, a vegetable. But I feel like maybe I could do this for a little bit. I because of the whole mercury thing, and also because I think some people hate raw fish or some people hate cooked fish, and a lot of people have never had cooked fish that was cooked well, and they're like, "Oh, it's so fishy."
Oh, I forgot you could cook it for some reason.
You just thought that you could eat it raw.
It was in my head that you could only eat sashimi.
I mean,
No,
that's
you
the
can
best way to
definitely
eat fish, in my opinion.
I don't know. I've had cooked fish that I really like a miso glazed sea bass, which isn't normally actual sea bass. It's normally just cod or tilapia, but it's still good. Or, teriyaki salmon is delicious. I'm partial to a tuna salad, or salmon salad. But I could only eat the salmon or the tuna parts of those. That's okay. I could still do it for like a week, probably. But I don't think it would be that trendy, just because I think fish is like kind of divisive, and like a lot of people don't like it.
True.
So because so many people don't like fish, I'm gonna give it like a 44.
Okay. Next up, we have sun heated diet. Megan, explain yourself.
This is basically you would eat like food normally, but the only way you can cook something is from the sun. So basically, if you live in Arizona, you would probably be able to achieve this diet.
And if you live in Alaska or you live in Russia, Siberia, then it's like good luck doing anything.
Yes.
For half the year.
That's true. You
Siberia, though, isn't it always cold?
It's always cold, but it could always be sunny.
Would things be hot enough to cook, though?
Yeah, that's the thing. Would things be
I feel like, could you put it in your house under a magnifying glass?
But that's not...
is that... Yeah, because you're still, like, doing it from the sun, right? It's just
as long as the heating source is the sun.
So I guess, you can do that.
Yeah. I feel like for half the year you're good, because you can cook stuff with a magnifying glass like in your house, or just cover it in a bag and put it like next to your window, and it'll just steam itself.
I've actually seen somebody on TikTok. There's like they do cooking videos, but they only cook it in their car, and it's they just put a cooking tray in their car while it's sunny, and it like cooks it.
Yeah.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it sounds like it was good. You're gonna get a lot of bacteria, but I feel like this sounds like an environmentalist kind of thing, because they're like, hey, we're not gonna use the devil's electricity. We're gonna use God's electricity, the sun. Well, I guess God's electricity would be lightning. Anyways, I think this would be trendy. Sun-dried tomatoes, that's a thing. People like them. I hear they're good. 62.
I think it's 21. I think it's too hard for most people.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna give it a 50.
Take it or leave it. Could be good, could be bad. Okay. And the final one, we have the ravioli diet. Explain me. Okay, so what this is ravioli, the subcategory of food, ravioli. Yes, ravioli, give me the formioli.
I'm glad that you got that from Crab Hands and Twisted.
Yeah. So, what this is you can make anything into a ravioli, really. Some things are just raviolis by, definition, such as ravioli, or, like, what is it called? The, like, pizza one?
Pizza pocket?
Totino's
pizza rolls, that's a ravioli.
Or Uncrustables.
I watched this TikTok video that was very compelling, that a person in a casket is a ravioli. I'm adding that to the diet, but I agree.
Uncrustables are Uncrustables.
Yeah, Uncrustables, ravioli. Pop-Tarts, ravioli.
Gyoza.
Ravioli.
Gyoza, is that ravioli? Yeah, I feel like that's ravioli.
Yeah,
that's true. I feel like this leaves a lot of room for creativity and fun. I just got some chocolate dumplings yesterday. That would be a ravioli. I would consider it a ravioli. I think this would be very trendy within the community of Totino's pizza rolls because they would hardcore advertise for this and they would try to put propaganda into the universe and be like, ravioli is the only thing that you can eat because we say so. They're going to put it into government law. So I think it's going to be like a 90 because we legally are obliged to do it. We get tax breaks. What about you guys?
I think because dumplings are also ravioli and also some sandwiches, and I think ravioli is just a very diverse category in general. You could probably get away with eating only ravioli and like actually living a perfectly normal and healthy life. And because of that, I'm gonna give it a 98. I like this one a lot. I think this could be very trendy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 80. I think it's very versatile, and you could still eat a lot of things, or you could come up with a lot of things. Like, if you want your vegetables, you can just, like, grind up a bunch of vegetables, put it in, like, I don't know, wonton wrappers or something. Wait, that's already a thing. But you know what I mean. Like,
I have eaten that before.
Oh my god. You could like grind up some pork, put it in the wrapper.
Maybe a little bit of shrimp.
Maybe fry it.
Yeah.
So many options. Although, yeah, I think yours is a very diverse food. You can put anything in it.
Yeah.
And that, along with the government tax breaks to eat ravioli, I think we got a good case here.
Yeah. Plus, have you seen the My Hungry Boys SNL Totino's?
Yes.
Those are so good.
I'm pretty sure Totino's is trying to mind control us because that's what happens exactly in that Totino's ad.
I agree. But I'm okay with it, even though I hate pizza and haven't had a Totino's pizza roll, if ever.
I don't think I've ever had one.
I don't think
if I have,
either.
it was at a Super Bowl party. Like, not even kidding.
Okay, well, with that, we are done. I'm going to go through and just say what our top-rated diet and lowest-rated diet are, though. So for me, my lowest-rated one was steak and potatoes. I think that's enough said. Megan's lowest-rated diet, the squirrel diet. Megan,
it's not possible to maintain.
you're not a furry?
No.
Okay. Kylan's lowest rated one is Kylan the squirrel diet.
I just think it's not reasonable.
Do you know how many furries there are? I don't know. Enough to have conventions, apparently.
Yeah, but not all of them are squirrels.
Exactly.
On all levels but physical, one of them is a wolf. I know that. I've seen the videos.
Yeah.
But let's go to the highest ones now. The highest one for me was insectitarian. I see it happening. For Megan, her highest one is, let's see. Oh, Megan is a tough grader.
I don't think I gave anything 100.
The highest she gave was an 85. Wait, no. Did she give a 90? No. She gave an 85. Highest is 85 for only ramen and the ab diet.
Wow.
And then Kylan's highest one was a 99 with fermentarian. Wait, no, she gave 100 for the ab diet.
Oh, well, because that one's already a thing. Yeah. I like the fermentarian. I like the fermentarian one more, though. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we will see if we are oracles and these will become things.
Yes.
I'm really thinking the squirrel one. Yeah. I gave it a 95.
I can't wait to do all these diets IRL for a month with you guys.
Good luck, Kylan.
No, it's IRL with you.
Megan, we're gonna find you and we're gonna trap you in a house.
I will
remember
run
Cottage
away.
Flower? Remember that scent or that whatever that was
Gosh.
about? It's coming true.
Yes, there is no murder in Cottage Flower if you follow our diets for 24 days.
Honestly, in reality, I think the hardest one for me would be the saltless one.
Oh yeah, I think that one's definitely the hardest.
Not that hard.
Like, I could see myself doing the squirrel diet before. I feel like I would eat more food doing that one.
Oh my gosh, Matthew.
Like begging for food from people at a park. Climbing in a tree to get a nut.
Oh my gosh.
It'll be good. Well, with that, I will leave you with I am Matthew.
And I am Megan.
And I am Kylan.
And this has been. I almost messed this up every single.
We're literally not offline TV.
I know, but I've been watching them a lot. So we've been the range of podcasts. Cut.